Hi guys, today we're doing the lesson for Metallica's For Whom the Bell Tolls. This is in standard tuning with a quarter step sharp, so 50 cents above regular tuning. So between E and F for our lower string. Oops, our lower string. I've actually pitch shifted my guitar, so it might sound a wee bit funny, but it should be in E standard tuning at the moment. So let's just jump straight in. So guitar one, there's two guitars. The rhythm guitar is playing this in the intro. Okay, and it just keeps repeating that. Okay, so that's just two sharp downstrokes repeated twice on the on this power chord here, on 3rd fret on our E string and the 5th fret on our A string. Then we're jumping down to our open E string, our first finger barring the 5th and 4th strings on the 2nd fret, and just a singular strum. All this is down picking. Okay? So that just keeps repeating. And then you have the second lead guitar coming in, doing this riff. I did a cover on this. Look on my channel if you want to watch it. In the cover, I layered this part with an octave higher, and I did this because it just didn't sound right to me. When I looked it up online, I think this part is actually done by the bass, and it just sounds like a guitar part, but I'm not an expert, so take that with a pinch of salt. But if you want to learn the high section, so that's just a 10th fret 1st string, 9th fret 1st string, 8th fret, 7th fret. Okay, then our 8th fret on the 2nd string and the 7th fret. Then we jump back up to the 10th fret 1st string. And then we do 7 to 6 on the 3rd string, okay? Now if you want to do this slightly lower note-wise, then you want to jump up to your 12th fret and hit the D string here. And do 12, 11, 10, 9. And then you want to do 10 to 9 on the A string, back to 12 on the D string, and then 10, 9 on the E string. Okay, and I think after you do that a certain number of times, I think on the last one anyway, you do a double hammer on just to end it, and add some vibrato on there as well. And then we move on while this is still going on in the background. Okay, so that's our intro. So after we do our intro riff, we go into a kind of faster intro section. I found this probably the most difficult part of the song, but I mean that's just me. It could just be the way I'm playing it. So you start off on the same chord position we were doing before, same power chord positioning. So open E, and then 5th and 4th string on the 2nd fret. Then we jump up to 3rd and 5th power chord, slide that down 1 fret, and then slide it down 1 more. And then we repeat that, we do that 3 times, and then on the 4th time, we do our power chord here, we jump up to the 2 and the 4 power chord, 3 and the 5, and then we want to cover our 6th string to mute it, have the open 5th string, and then the 2nd fret on the 3rd and 4th strings, okay? That's how we end that, and then we repeat that again. So back to the open 6th string, and then the 2nd fret on the 5th and 4th strings. This time, however, we're going to mute the E string with our 1st finger just kind of rolling on top so it's not ringing out. And then our 1st finger is on the 5th string of the 2nd fret, and our 3rd finger is on the 4th fret, 4th string, okay? And we end it that way. Then we do that again. And then we end it the same way we did the first time, and then this last time around, we want to go back to this open 6th string, and then 5th and 4th strings on the 2nd fret. So that's how we ended the 4th time around, okay? Okay, so underneath our rhythm guitar, we have our 2nd guitar playing the same thing, just 1 octave higher, okay? And that's probably a wee bit easier, so starting off, same power chord shape, so we've got 1st finger on the 4th string of the 2nd fret, and then our 3rd finger on the 4th fret, 3rd string. Then we jump up to the 5th and 7th frets, down to the 4th and 6th, and then the 3rd and 5th. We do that 3 times, okay? Then we do 2 and 4, 3 and 5, 4 and 6, and finish it the same way we finished the first time on the first riff, covering our 6th string so it's not ringing out, and then our open 5th and our 4th and 3rd string on the 2nd fret. Okay, and then we jump back. And we do the same again, except this time we resolve on this power chord shape again from our first riff. So on the 5th string of the 2nd fret and the 4th string of the 4th fret. And then we repeat the first time. Same again. And then this time around, we do the exact same, except we end on the, is that an E power chord, I think? Yes, it is. E power chord at the end, so. Okay, so now on to this next section with our rhythm guitar. And that's pretty easy. So it starts off following on from the last rhythm section with the E power chord just ringing out. Then we hit it again. Okay. Then we jump up to the 3-5 power chord. Hit that once, let it ring out a bit, and then hit it again and mute it immediately. Okay. Okay. Now we repeat that. Except this time we jump down. Okay, so E power chord once, 3-5 power chord just once this time. And we jump down a string each, so still on 3 and 5, but on the 5th and 4th strings. And then we jump over to this power chord off the A string from earlier, so we're muting our top string with a thumb, I'm hitting the open fifth, and then the 2 strings below it on the 2nd fret. Okay, and we repeat both parts of that again. Okay, so it's twice total. Okay, so again, that repeats twice. So underneath this section, we have our lead guitar playing a different part, and that's all the way up here. So that's on our 12th fret on our G string. And that is just the 12 on the G, then the 9 on the G, okay, so 12, 9, then 11 on the G, and then 12 on the B. And then 9 again on the G, and 11 on the G. And that's a fair bit of palm muting in there as well. So again, that's 12, 9, 11, then 12 on the D, 9, 11 on the G. And that just repeats while we're doing. Okay, and that brings us on to our next rhythm guitar section. So the rhythm guitar in the next section is going and doing this. So that's 3 hits of the open E string with a bit of palm muting in there. And then we're hitting the 3 and 5 power chord on the 6th and 5th strings. Okay, letting that ring out. Doing the same again, but 2 frets up, so on the 5th and 7th fret, same power chord shape. And then bouncing back down to the 3 and the 5 again. And then doing the power chord off the A string, so that's your 5th and your 4th string on your 1st and 3rd fret, and then on the 2nd and 4th fret on the 6th and 5th strings. Then we repeat, so we go back to 3 or 5, 5 and 7. But this time we do 1 hit of the open E, back to 1 and 3 frets on our 5th and 4th strings, 2 and 4 power chord on our 6th and 5th strings, and then our 1st and 3rd frets on those same strings. Oops. I think that's actually 2 hits of the open E before we go on to this 1st and 3rd power chord. Okay. So I think that repeats twice, so altogether it goes like this. then we resolve second time around on this E power chord on the second fret. Same as we've done before, just barring the 5th and 4th strings with the E. Okay, so after we do that rhythm section, then it just repeats from what we did before. So that bit repeats over again. You know that already, so I'm not going to cover that. And then after we finish that section, we go back to this again. Okay, so we've just done that as well. However, this time around when we finish and we do the resolve on the E power chord here, what we do is, well, we're moving into the next rhythm section here. So we've hit that once, then we hit it again, okay? And then we wait and we hit it a third time. And this time around, we move on to our 3 and 5 power chord, except we're hitting it with a slightly different rhythm to it. Okay? And then we move back to our E power chord again. This time, we resolve on this A power chord of the A string. And then we go back to E, and we hit that twice. And we do this. Again, repeating. Back to E power chord. A power chord. And resolving on our E. Okay, so that rhythm section is pretty straightforward. Okay, so we've just done a rhythm section there. Now, while this is all playing, you've got a bunch of other guitar parts over the top of it. If you want a visual example, then please again check out my cover. I've done 5 guitar tracks individually for this. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same on the record, but that's what I did for it. So the rhythm section is one of the guitar tracks. The second part goes like this. And then the last one resolves in the A power chord, just the same as a rhythm section we just did there. Okay, so this section starts off with 12 on the G string. Then we go to 9 and then 11. Then 12 on the D. Back to 9 on the G. 11 on the D. 12 on the D. 9 on the D. 11 on the D. 12 on the A. 9 on the D. And 10 on the A. And then we resolve on our power chord over here, so E power chord, just the same as the rhythm section, okay? So that whole section, the 3 parts to it, that repeats one more time each. So together it's 2. So realistically, you're doing that riff 6 times with your different finishing power chords. So that's the second guitar part. Now I did a third, again, not sure if it's in the record or not, but I did let me just check this is still on, yep. I did a third guitar part, which is exactly the same, except no ending power chords. The only difference here is we're doing the same dissension in notes, except the first time around you end on the 10 on the A. Second time around you end on 9 on the D. Third time around back to the D, the A string on the 10th fret. So that's okay. I should also say that the first time this whole section comes in, so that first time and the first time you hear this, it's just those two parts playing. Then after they've played those three parts each, then these new parts come in. So this comes in. And you can see this on the video you can see when the parts come in on the cover video. Now we have a fourth part. So the fourth guitar part starts on the 9th fret, and this is underneath all the other parts. So 9 on the D, 12 on the A, 11 on the D, 12 on the A, 11 on the D again, 10 on the A, 12, 9, 11 on the D, and 9 on the D to 10 on the A. You can add in your chords, but realistically, unless you're doing a cover, you're probably not going to be playing this part, and if you're doing a cover, you've already done the rhythm section for this, so you'd probably be alright just doing that by itself. And that's a bit faster. Something like that. That was a bit messy there. So Carl Brown from Guitar Lessons 365 has already obviously done a video on this, so I'm just kind of fleshing out what he did, or at least putting it in perspective of the cover video that I did. So this last harmonized section comes in like that. So after the 9 on the D of this riff. So that's just 7, 8, 9 on the E, B, and G strings, and then 10 on the B. After 10 on the B, you go 7, 8 on the B, and then 7 on the high E. Okay, and that's the first part, and then you pause. And when you do it again, then you resolve on the B string, this time on the 8th fret. So we resolved on the 7th fret E string last time, and we do that again, except we have this additional note this time. And then the third time around, we just do it the exact same way as the first time. And that's us. So that'll lead us into the next rhythm section. Okay? Okay, so the next rhythm section are parts we've covered before, obviously. Just that, so not going to repeat that. Then after that, we have this again. So not going to flesh over that either. After we finish that for the last time, then we jump up to the 7th fret. And we do 7, 9 on the A and D strings. And then 2 strums of the 9 to 11 on the A and D strings. Then we repeat that, so 7, 9 once, 9, 11 twice, and this time we slide up to 10, 12 twice. And we do this a bunch of times until the song ends. Unfortunately, I don't have a guitar with a whammy bar at the moment, so I can't do the crazy outro stuff that Kirk's doing. Even if I did have one, I might not be able to do it. But that's as much as I'm going to teach today. So hopefully this lesson has been helpful to you. I should have the tabs in here. If there's any questions, then please drop me a comment. And if not, then good luck and I hope you enjoy. Okay, thank you.